Hi, I'm Greg Prothero. I'm Director of Marketing at Edifecs. And today we're setting our exchange on FHIR, a primer. What is FHIR? It's fast, healthcare, interoperability, resources. It's an emerging HL7 draft trial standard created to accelerate interoperability in the healthcare industry. How did we get here? HL7 was created in the late 80s. We moved from X12 messaging-based to the HL7 CDA document-based to today's FHIR resource-based. The FHIR project was started in 2011, and it's already into its second release and is demonstrating both clinical and financial use cases can be implemented faster and cheaper. FHIR has been implemented by 70+ organizations in over 20 countries. So what is all the hype about? FHIR has been called the HTML of healthcare, a game changer, the best candidate for the step forward for healthcare information exchange. Typically, standards wouldn't get this type of press and would take forever to adopt. But this one is breaking the mold and taking a page from Apple's playbook by building a platform of web apps that encourages innovation and competition similar to iTunes and other social media sites like Facebook and Amazon. This innovative approach to healthcare interoperability will certainly challenge the status quo of the entire industry, including software vendors like myself, enable the paradigm shift from healthcare provider in control to a patient in control. Solving the interoperability gap. Today, going from point A to point B and from one form to another is just too hard. HL7 CDA standards on the left are flexible, but still too complex and costly to implement, while on the right, the IHE profiles are too specific and driven by specific use cases. It's not surprising that the key findings from the eHealth Initiative's 2014 survey on health data exchange singled out cost and technical challenges as the biggest inhibitors of interoperability. In the center, FHIR is focused on simple to use formats across form from back office to social web. It has taken the best from V2, V3, and applied a modern technology to make things easy to use. Key components of FHIR. Edifecs views this technology as the future broker and enabler of interoperability, not a direct replacement of current standards of technology. FHIR builds on previous data format standards like HL7 version 2 and HL7 version 3, but is easier to implement and uses a modern web suite of API technology, including HTTP-based RESTful protocols, HTML and cascading style sheets for interface integration, a choice of JSON or XML for data representation, OAuth for authorization, and Atom for results. The primary component is the resource, a common way to represent data, patient IDs, allergies, and labs. And in version 2.1, now we include financial resources like claims and encounters. The references are rules for connecting and bundling resources, and this plays a critical role within FHIR. The profiles are the guidelines, similar to EDI campaign guidelines for specific use cases. Profiles might be used to describe a standard set of observations and assessments for an investigation of maybe a patient's chest pain. These standard APIs allow for real-time interactions of application to application, legacy systems to outside systems, person to applications, and mobile access to data. FHIR today positively affect key areas with low risk and low cost. Areas include brokering complex EDI transactions between payers and providers, legacy systems that require outside access to a member community, social web apps like health and wellness programs, mobile applications like mHealth and patient engagement initiatives, care management and transitions of care across different organizations, and finally, integrating specific smart apps maybe into a portal. What is a FHIR resource? This is the basic building block in FHIR. It includes all exchangeable content. Resources have a standard agreed-upon data element that have a consistent meaning across sharing entities and can be represented in both XML and JSON, in either an individual or in a bundle. There are currently over 90 plus available resources and growing that are all being tested at FHIR Connectathons that Edifecs is active in. Think of FHIR Server as a filing cabinet. The filing cabinet has a resource, like a patient or condition or an observation, which you search with a label indicating the type of information inside. In each drawer, there are folders that represent discrete packages of information where each folder contains a page, a form with a standard set of information written on it, a patient name like John Smith, or a condition like asthma. A FHIR server grants access to a cabinet via SSL OAuth, and a client can ask it to perform a number of key operations using CRUD, create, read, update, and delete. A search might be search through the folders for ones that meet a set of search criteria. A read could be get a copy of a specific folder in one of those cabinets. The Edifecs Sandbox is ready to set your exchange on fire. We are seeking partners to pilot and build cost-effective, interoperable solutions that address real-world needs, such as prior authorization and care coordination. Our virtual environment consists of Edifecs industry-recognized trading products and HL7's free FHIR web server, and over 10 years of experience developing web services and APIs. In the last 2 years, we have participated in FHIR Connectathons and focused on administrative simplification and value-based initiatives between payer and providers. The FHIR Client Portal is free to partners. This portal is designed to demonstrate the capabilities of Edifecs FHIR Adapter on a typical health-related business case and includes a user view and a technical view. Is FHIR the future of interoperability? Use our FHIR Sandbox and make your own assessment.